Okay, if you followed along on my channel, you know I'm certainly in a season of getting rid of things, right? Whether it's sneakers, whether it's clothing, and it's often just things I'm not wearing. But sometimes before you toss an item, maybe think, can it be repurposed? And this can certainly be done far better with clothing versus sneakers. And for the record, also, I'm not a big fan of summer, okay? I don't like to sweat just because I'm existing outside. But I took inspiration from a pin I saw on Pinterest, and I love Pinterest because it's social media without all the noise and the children we should have left behind. So stick with me here. I saw a woman, awesome fit, graphic tee, oversized, and she just cut it straight down the middle. And that absolutely gave me ideas. So I ran to my closet because I had some shirts I already thought about maybe getting rid of, which was this one in particular. I really like the colors though on it. And with me getting in the A1 in the pink aura colorway, I thought, you know what, maybe I'll hang on to it and see if I want to rock it. But I thought, you know what, let's just go ahead and try it. Let's do the whole DIY, cut it straight down the middle, because this shirt now is more of a lighter layer. It's breezy, it's airy, it allows airflow, okay? Even when you're hot, because sometimes it's so hot outside, okay, and it's humid. Just a t-shirt, you think you're good, and you're still also extremely hot. So I went ahead and cut this one straight down the middle, threw on some wide leg pants, and I love these pants because they look dressier than certainly what they are, because they have an elastic waistband. They're so comfortable. Threw on my pink Aura A1s, and you know what? I posted this first onto Threads, and people were like, oh my goodness, like I absolutely love the fit. So I thought I'll probably just go ahead and cut a few more shirts like that. So I did, and you guys are just able to quickly see that here on screen. So I cut one of my heavyweight Splash Brothers shirts, aka of course Curry and Klay Thompson. So I have the white one and the like washed black tee. So I did it on the washed black tee. I think it certainly does look better on more of those vintage style black wash tees. That's just my personal opinion. You could certainly choose to cut a shirt of any color and just go ahead and rock it like I'm doing it right now. So you guys are able to see I have the that tee is cut down the middle, threw on some cargo pants that are Adidas, and then my friend's his 414 day part 2 collaboration with Adidas. So threw that on, also had on a Warriors cap, and then for the final look, just cut another one down the middle, this time for Pop Smoke, put on the distressed denim because yeah, it is certainly short season, and then a bucket hat in gray, and my, you know, the Hyper Royal ones. I know, ones are not the thing that people wear nowadays. Listen, truly just continue to wear whatever it is you would like to wear. At one point, ones had just a chokehold on me. I certainly had a really high count of Air Jordan 1s in my collection, and I've sold probably more of those than I think a number of other pairs. So continuing to clean things out because quite honestly, it feels great. And that does certainly leave space for the things that I feel more compelled to wear on a consistent basis. I think that is a really good, you know, just process to have, and I'm not alone in that. Quite a few of you have done the same. You're like, you know what, I have sold 5 or sold 6 pairs or sold 7 or gotten rid of 7, and I've really gotten in like those grails that I've wanted for this year. So I applaud that because listen, one, the process needs to do or be whatever is going to work for you, for your style, for your space, for your finances. That's exactly what it should be. Some people have completely gone on like a no buy year in 2025 where they're truly buying nothing. They're not buying sneakers, they're not buying clothing, they're not buying anything that they absolutely don't need, right? That could be accessories, that could be hats, that could be anything. They're just not buying it. They're just going to be content with what they already have. They're going to continue to wear what they already own, they've already spent their money on. And then in the event, okay, they get things gifted, then great. And you enjoy the gifts that you have. Listen, I graciously appreciate the gifts I have, whether they're from brands, whether they're from loved ones. I graciously appreciate the gifts that I have. That certainly doesn't mean though that I still don't want things for myself, right? I don't buy things for myself. Case in point, you guys know I was so excited for A'ja Wilson to have her first signature sneaker finally debut, and it has, and it's been amazing. And I only picked up the pink Aura and the OG Pearl, and I'm being patient to see other colorways that come out. But a lot of you picked up Indigo Girl, Leo Lights, and there was also the Azure that came out, which was only in grade school, but if you're a small footer, then you were able to go ahead and enjoy those too. So people have certainly enjoyed that, and I've enjoyed picking up the pairs that I have. I'm still on a slower, you know, buying journey right now when it comes to sneakers, and that's great. Some of you have really embarked on paring down your collection even more than I have. Like, remember, I started at a number I wasn't happy with that I reached at like 262 at the end of 2023, and then I said 2024 I gotta take charge, and so I got rid of 98 pairs, and I'm certainly still on the road to continue to get rid of more. And yes, there are pairs that I may want to have more than the ones I have in my closet. So let's say for example I'm getting rid of 10, but I get in one that I'm really excited to wear and to have. I feel like the maths correctly there, at least for me. And then if it doesn't for you, it's okay because your math doesn't need to math for me. It doesn't. So that's why I kind of find comments like this interesting. She got rid of some of her sneakers to make room for the new ones. Then she tries to school us on sneakers. Ha ha ha. I don't know where the schooling comes in. I'm not a teacher, not my ministry. I don't have patience for adults. So not what I would be doing, okay? And bless the children, but these children are different these days. So being an educator, absolutely not for me. But I'm trying to figure out where's the schooling coming in. If I'm just simply saying like space is finite and we're all going to run out of it in our home, so we kind of need to be mindful of that with all the stuff we buy and have. I don't think that's schooling anybody. That's just a fact of physics and space and saying like, hey, we all as adults just have to be mindful that yes, we can afford a lot of the things that we may want. Always prioritize your needs, and future you has to depend on current you to make sure you're putting money in savings and investing, and then go hog wild and have all the fun that you want to have with shoes and whatever else after the fact. Is that really schooling? I don't think it is. You guys can go ahead and comment below. But yeah, me getting rid of shoes to make room for other shoes that I want. Is that not what almost every big sneaker YouTuber has done at some point in their career on here? And I don't mean once. They usually do it like 2 or 3 or 4 times where it's like they pare down and have a massive sale and you almost think that they're getting rid of all of their sneakers, and they're not, because it's a cycle that so many of us go through. You accumulate a lot and you realize you're overwhelmed and there's no need to have a ton of this stuff anymore, and you get rid of it, especially if it's their career. Now, this is not mine, and it can still get away from you, even when it's not your career, to sit here and show shoes day after day after day. But for those where it is, yeah, they go through a massive cut down on what they own. And guess what? They don't stop buying and they don't stop getting sneakers in. They still buy sneakers and they still, enjoy new releases. So I'm just wondering, is that energy going to be consistent or not? It's probably not. It never is, all right? But hopefully you guys enjoyed a really fun way to just go ahead and, repurpose a shirt. Trust me, guys, I understand. This was really just for the ladies, okay? It really was. I feel like this was just for us, which is great. So, show it to your wives, moms, girlfriends, sisters, cousins, friends, okay? Maybe they will appreciate it. Trust me, I don't expect any guys to do it, but you guys can certainly throw on a tank, throw on your favorite baseball jersey or something and rock it and enjoy it. So I appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Hopefully you caught my recent video just comparing mesh runners, okay, because they certainly have really become favorites of mine. Comfort over so many things, almost everything when it comes to shoes, and I certainly think that adds to the value. So again, comment your thoughts below. As always, act your age, not your shoe size. Peace.